You're gonna see my face here, but not that's important. Okay, all right, so today what we're gonna do is we are going to look at Unit 4, Day 1, all right, which is factors and multiples. So in this topic, all right, and these questions are actually gonna be on the state test in the form of word problems. So we're gonna take a good look at it and see what happens. So, okay, all right, I think you already know. So write it down first, okay? Unit 4, Day 1, all right, for January 13th, 2025. And so what we're gonna do right now is this, okay? So press pause and write it down. Okay, so right now what we're gonna talk about are what factors and multiples are, and it leads to something else, okay? To a greater topic, actually. But it's important for you to know what the basics are first. So, okay, all right, so if you want to press pause and write it down, and then you can just follow along with the lesson, okay, and take notes. So, all right, so press pause right now. Okay, all right, so what are factors? Factors, as a vocabulary word, factors are the numbers we multiply to get an answer. So for instance, right, what are the factors of 6? So, okay, what times what gives you 6, for instance, right? Well, okay, 1 times 6 is 6, right? What's another 2 numbers? What's 2 different numbers that can also multiply to get 6? Yeah, 2 and 3, and that's it, right? So that's it. So 1 and 6, these numbers, we call them the factors. And for 2 and 3, we call them factors as well. Now, it's a relationship because they're factors of what, right, for instance. So well, they're factors of 6. They're factors of 6, right? So in other words, like 1 and 6 wouldn't be the factors of like what, I don't know, like 10, for instance, right? Like at least 6 wouldn't be a factor of 10. So 1 and 6 are factors of 6, and 2 and 3 are also factors of 6. Now, what is 6 then in this case? Right? If these are the factors, if 1 and 6 are the factors, and if 2 and 3 are the factors, what word would you use to describe 6 then? Yeah, it's a product, right? It's the answer to a multiplication question. In other words, when you take a factor and multiply it by another factor, what do you get? Yeah, you get a product. So you see how, specific and clear the vocabulary in math is, right? 2 factors makes up a product when you multiply them together, okay? Now, is it possible for you to have 2 different factors? Yeah, right? Can you have, let's just say, can you have the same factor? So for instance, can you have a number? Can you think of a number where both factors are the same? So you see how this is here, right? 1 and 6, 2 and 3. Can you think of a number where both factors? All right, so I'm gonna write it out. Can you think of a number where both factors will give you the same, that will give you a product? So in other words, what number could a product be? I'll use purple. What number could a product be where both factors are actually the exact same number? Can you think of one? Yeah, 4, right? For instance. So 4 is a product. What would both the factors have to be? Right? Either 1 or 4, or, yeah, 2 and 2, right? What about, what's another number that you can think of? Yeah, 9, right? Why? What are the 2 factors that have to be the same numbers in order to make 9 happen as a product? Yeah, 3 and 3, so on and so forth. You get the idea, right? So having said that, right now, let's take a look at this, right? What are the factors of 12 then? What times what can give you 12? Okay, and we're gonna list it out in an ordered manner. Okay, meaning I don't want to list the numbers. I don't want to list the numbers like how we did here. Okay, so okay, all right. So now the best way to actually like go through the factors is like what I call the combing method. It's like combing through your hair. Okay, so start with the lowest number, start with 1, and then think 1 times what can give you 12, right? Because 1 is a factor of every number, right? I don't know if you've noticed. So 1 times 12 is 12. Now go to the next smallest number, so go to 2. Can 2 multiply anything that gives you 12? Yeah, 6, right? About 3. Yeah, 3 times what gives you 12? 4, right? What about 4, right? 4 times 3, we did that already. How about 5? No. How about 6? Right. 6 times 2, right? So it's the same numbers. And then 7? No. 8? No. 9? No. 10? No. 11? No. 8? 12? Yep, that's it. That's the complete list, right? Now, there's something that we also call the rainbow method. Okay? And I'm going to show you that in a moment as to why we call that. It involves a rainbow pen. So that's nice. Now, let me demonstrate the rainbow method to you by using the next question, the factors of 40. So, okay, so let's start with 1 again, all right? Let's use a combing method. So 1 times what gives you 40? 40, right? So notice, whenever I do that, I'm going to take my rainbow pen, and I'm going to connect them like that. Let me use a smaller one, like that, right? Now, because that way, the reason why we're doing that is so that we never miss any numbers, right? That's part of what being math is. You don't want to miss potential answers. So 2 times what gives you 40? Yeah, 20, right? So I'm going to draw another rainbow here. All right, like that. And then I'm going to do another one. All right, 3, can 3 become 40? Oh, can 3 times something that gives you 40? No, right? How about 4? Yeah, 4 times what? Right, 10, right? So again, so the rainbows pair them up. Long story short, right? It's like a Skittles commercial. Taste the rainbow. All right, I hope I don't get copyrighted for that. Okay, all right, so what about 5? Can 5 multiply something to give you 40? Yeah, 8, right? So again, let me get my pen. How about 6? Can 6 become 40? How about 7? 8 can, right? So that's the exhaustive list. So that's why we use the rainbow method. Okay, now sometimes, if you have a number like 25, then you have 5 and 5, so you won't be able to make a rainbow. Okay, but not the worst thing to ever happen. So these are factors. Okay, now the reason why you're watching this lesson is not because you want to know what factors are. What you want to do is call something called finding the greatest common factor. All right, so press pause and write this down. All right, so this is what the idea is. I'll explain why it's called greatest common factor later, but let's explore the idea first, and then everything will make sense. So here I'm going to find the factors of 20. So in other words, right, in these questions, we're always looking for a set of factors for 2 numbers. Okay, so let's get that out first. And this is how we write it. So in order to find the greatest common factor, you write GCF, right? And then in parentheses, the numbers that you're looking for. Okay, that's how mathematicians do it. So for 20, let's list out the factors of 20. All right, so 1 times what? Yep, 20, right? 2. Yep, times 10. 3. Nope. 4. 5, right? And then is that it? 6, no. 7, no. 8, no. 9, no. 10, no. So this is the list, right? Okay, let's do it for 50 then. All right. What times what gives you 50? Let's start with the smallest factor. 1, and then 50, right? And then what about 2? Yep, 2 times 25. How about 3? Anything? No. 4? No. 5? 10, right? How about 6? Nope. 7? Nope. 8? Nope. All right. 9? No. 10? Why do we have 10 already? Now, here's the key part. So let me get my rainbow. All right. What two numbers do they share? Right? What numbers do they share? Well, okay, let's use something less drastic. Oh, let me use a highlighter. Nice. All right. What numbers do they both share? They both share 1, right? They both share 2. Do they both share 4? Nope. Right? They both share 5. Anything else? Yep, 10. Right? And then nothing else, right? Now, here's the big question. All right, you ready? Big rainbow. Okay, smaller rainbow. All right, what number do they, but what's the largest, greatest, right? What's the greatest? What's the biggest number they, what does common mean? Yeah, sharing, right? What's the biggest number they share between these two lists? What's the biggest number they share? Yeah, 10. So what's the greatest common factor between 20 and 50? Yeah, it's 10. Okay, all right, let's do another one. Now I think, okay, all right, let's see. Okay, so now let's do this for another set. We might not have time for practice, but that's okay. As long as you understand it, you know, I'm happy. So again, the list of factors for 20, right? You can just copy it from the top. All right, 4, 5, 10, 20. All right, now for 24, you can press pause and try this one right now on your own, okay? Because I think that's all the time we got. Okay, all right, 1 times 24. Now, you see how far I put 24? Because it could be a long list because it's a big even number. So I'm usually like very, cautious when it comes to that. All right, 2 times what gives you 24? 12, right? And then, all right, 2 times, hold on, the computer's glitchy right now. All right, 2 times 12 is 24. How about 3? Yeah, 3 times 8, right? How about 4? Yeah, 4 times 6, right? And then 5, 6 is 4, right? 7, 8, 8 times 3. Okay, so there's the list. Now, once again, take a good look. What numbers do they both share? Well, they share 1, they share 2, they share 4. Anything else? No, they don't share 5, they don't share 10, they don't share 20, they don't share 12, they don't share 8, they don't share 6. I guess that's it. Yeah, all right. So what's the greatest common factor? What's the biggest number? Again, what is the biggest number they share? Right, 4. So the greatest common factor is 4. Okay, got it? Okay, all right. So now, right now, use this as a practice, and then, man, I think I might have to stop here because we have to talk about multiples, right? Okay, let's see. All right, so, okay, now, look at this question. How is this question different from the other ones here? So, again, all right, look at this one as you write it down. What's the difference between this question and this question? Yeah, you got to find the greatest common factor, not between 2 numbers, but between 3 numbers, which would imply that you're allowed to do that. So, okay, let's make a list then. All right, make sure you're still writing and following along. So, what times what gives you 12? 1 and 12. What else? 2 and 6. 3 and 4, right? And that's the list. Now for 24, very quickly, 124, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6, and I think that's it, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, okay, all right. And for 36, so this is going to be a long list, so push the 36 all the way in the back. So 1 times 36, yeah. How about 2? 2 times what gives you 36? Do you guys know? 18, right? 3 times what gives you 36? 12, right? 4 times what gives you 36? 9. I mean, like, that's a huge list, right? Now, this is a perfect square, so meaning like there are two numbers that multiply each other that are the same, that will give you 36. So what number that are the same that multiply with each other will give you 36? Yeah, 6. Okay, so you see that? So we pair them up as rainbows. All right, there's been a lot of rainbows today. I don't know, something weird might happen, even though I'm not even in the building, right? So look at this, pair them up. 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. This is 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6, and then down here, we got 1 times 36, 2 times 18, yeah, 3 times 12, yeah, 4 times 9, and then 6 times 6, but that doesn't have a rainbow because it's, it's the same number, right? Now, am I missing any number? 7, no. 8, no. Okay, all right. Now, what's the biggest number? Let me use a different color. What's the biggest number they both share? So, okay, let's see. They all share 1, but that's a small number. 2, yeah, they all share 2. They all share 3. They all share 4. They all share 6, right? But there's something even larger. Can you spot it? What numbers is shared? Which factor is shared by all 3 numbers? 12, 24, and 36. Yeah, 12, right here. So let me use my biggest, all right, rainbow marker possible. The greatest common factor between 12, 24, and 36 is therefore, yeah, it's 12. Okay, it's a 2-digit number, right? Now, I don't know about you, but was this cloud here the whole time? I feel like it just showed up. So right now, all right, can you take your cursor or put your finger on the screen and slowly remove this? I don't know, it's scaring me. I've never seen clouds in a video before. At least in my own videos. So, okay, all right, so on 3, we're all gonna move the cloud to the left, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3, very slowly, very slowly, very slowly, very slowly. Oh my God, look at this. We have a unicorn. I guess that's what unicorn poop looks like. Wow, I can't believe it. Must be all the rainbows that we did in class today. That's amazing. Wow, I've never seen a unicorn before. Okay, all right. On this note, let's end today's lesson on a miracle. So I will see you back in school, all right? If you finish early, you can go on Delta Math to do the homework, or you can actually do the extra worksheet that's in the, what is it? That's in the Google Classroom. So, okay, all right, I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for watching, all right? I hope this is a good review, and I'll see you in school tomorrow. Okay, bye now.
OMG, that was so good.